Hi, I'm Jessica Dawson. I'm a dietitian from Milwaukee Public Schools Department of Nutrition Services, and I'm here today to cook with you. We received a grant from USDA called the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, and with the money, we bought produce bags for your family. Now this week, we're going to be talking about healthy habits for the new year. But before we get started, I'm going to show you the beautiful fruits and vegetables you're getting in your produce bag. So this week, you're going to be getting a zucchini, a green cabbage, blood orange, garlic, yellow onion, green beans, carrot, and a custard apple. So what are we making today? We are going to be making garden vegetable soup. Now my mom used to make this for me when I was young and I loved it. So I can't wait to share this recipe with you because I'm sure it's going to be a hit for your family. So to get started, we're going to take our soup pot and we are going to spray it with oil. Now you're going to notice if you have a gas stove at home, I'm not lighting the flame first around spray oil because that could turn into a real accident. So be careful with that. Now I'm going to put it on my burner, turn my heat on, and add my first 3 ingredients. So I'm going to turn my heat to a medium-low because once again we're cooking with garlic this week and we don't want it to burn. So we have 2 cloves of garlic we're going to add. We have half of a yellow onion, chopped up and diced, and 1 carrot or about a half cup that's been peeled and cubed. Now I want to hear some sizzles with my oil in the pan while we saute, so turn this up just slightly and then stir it all around together. Now this soup is already off to a great healthy start. Our carrots contain carotenoids, which is an antioxidant that's great for boosting up the immune system. It's also very good in preventing heart disease and some cancers. Our garlic, that one is also super healthy and cancer preventative, especially for colorectal cancer. But what I've learned is if you crush it before use, it has even more benefits. Lastly, our yellow onion. So yellow onions have 11 times more antioxidants than a white onion. And there's so many different plant compounds, including the sulfur compounds in the yellow onion, that give it many different health benefits. Whether it's improving heart health by reducing blood pressure, preventing blood clots, preventing certain types of cancer, or preventing microorganisms from growing that are undesirable in the body. So the soup is going to pack a punch for your health this winter. I'm going to keep cooking this for about 3 more minutes. And while we do that, we're going to start chopping our other vegetables for this recipe. So we have our green beans here, and you're getting a lot of different vegetables this week, and you're gonna have more than enough to make a double batch of soup if you like, or other recipes too. So about a half cup, and we just wanna cut this into 1-inch pieces. Now our green beans, vitamin A, C, and K, and an extra dose of fiber for our gut health. And that's all we have to do here. Let's give our pot one more stir. Okay, it's looking great and smelling great already. Anytime you get onions in the pot, it's always a hit. It makes it smell like you've been over the stove for hours. Now zucchini. Our zucchini, we only need about a half cup, which is about half of our zucchini, so save the rest for later. Maybe make some muffins this week. And we want to cube this as well. So I like to use a flat straight knife, and I am going to cut down the middle now and get some dicing going on. And we're going to keep cutting into our strips and then cubing. So this is super simple. And what I like about this recipe too is the quantity that it produces. It's not too large, so you're not eating the same soup for every day of the week. Perfect. Now our onions, garlic, and carrots are already done. So we're gonna add our next set of ingredients. So I have some beef broth today, but you are more than welcome to use chicken or vegetable broth. And we're going to add about 3 cups. I have a quart container, so this is about 3/4 of my container. Just going to dump that in there. Okay, perfect. And then we have our green cabbage, and I've chopped up 2 cups into little dice. Now our cabbage is part of the cruciferous family, and that's other vegetables we've been showcasing throughout our produce bags, like our broccoli, our Brussels sprouts, our kale, our chard, our arugula. All of these are very, very healthy because they're cancer preventive, and they have different compounds in them that help bring inflammation down, to the point if you had blood work done, your inflammatory markers could be brought down even more if you eat them often. So very good to add into your diet often. Next, we're gonna start adding our spices and some tomato paste. So I have 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, and I like a little bit more because I like this to be a little bit tangy. So you can adjust this to a tablespoon or increase it to taste if you like. So let's add that in. And tomatoes always heart healthy as well. And then we have 1/2 teaspoon of basil, 1/2 teaspoon oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you can adjust this to taste based on if you use a low sodium broth or you want to watch how much salt you're eating. And this has a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper in it as well. So let's give this a stir. And then we've cut all of our green beans up and it's ready to go. And this is a generous 1/2 cup because with this recipe, you can really adjust the vegetables. If you don't have something in the future, you can always do a substitution. I'd say really the most important ingredient is the cabbage for giving it that true taste that we're going for. So we're gonna bump our heat up a little bit now on the stovetop, and we are hoping to hear some sizzles and get it to a nice rolling simmer. Let me give it one more stir. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna give this covered, and we are gonna wait for about 10 minutes because we want our vegetables to be tender to chew. Okay, so our soup has been cooking for about 10 minutes now, so we're gonna take the top off, and we're gonna be adding the zucchini. We add the zucchini last because it is the most tender vegetable that we have. This is great for bone health, between the magnesium and vitamin K. Let's get it all in there, we don't wanna waste anything. And we're gonna give it a nice stir, and we're gonna let it cook for about 5 more minutes. Now while our soup finishes cooking, we are gonna talk about setting realistic, effective health goals. And as the new year rolls around, many people develop resolutions, and often the top resolutions are eating healthier and losing weight, which often go hand in hand, because when you eat healthy, you tend to maintain a healthy weight. But this year, what I wanna encourage you to do is set goals as a family that would improve your family's health. Health goals that are promoting health for the lifetime, not something that's a fad diet that's short, difficult to stick to, and often unhealthy. So this week in your handout, you're getting lots of really good resources. One of them is My Plate, where it encourages you to eat half your plate as fruits and vegetables, 1/4 whole grains, and then 1/4 lean meat. Others from CDC, American Pediatric Association as well. And when you glance at these, you're gonna see different things like screen time recommendations, exercise, and what you need to do for what age group you're in to eat a healthy diet. So take a look, talk with your kids while you're making your big pot of soup in the kitchen, and get going with your goal. Now, when you're writing your goals and your resolutions, one suggested format I want to teach you is called SMART goals. Now, SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, the specific means you have to clearly identify your goal. Measurable is a metric. So it has to have some sort of number, meaning how many days per week, how many ounces, how many times per month, just something that you can measure easily. And attainable. It needs to be realistic right off the bat. I don't want to hear any of these, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks sort of goals, because that isn't healthy or realistic. So think about something that you can really attain. Like, I'm going to eat 1 piece of fruit every afternoon for my snack instead of cookies. Or when I eat cookies, I'm going to stick to the portion size on the box instead of eating the whole bag. Something that's easy that you know you can stick to. Now, relevant, it needs to be important to you, because if you don't really feel what your goal is and it's not important, you're not gonna do it. It's gonna go to the wayside very quickly. And then time bound, you need a start and an end date. And when your goal has all these different components, you're gonna be likely to succeed. So take a stab at it, write a SMART goal for the first time if this is new to you, and see if it works. Then put it somewhere where you can see it often, whether it's on your refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, in your bedroom, setting reminders on your phone that ding to remind you what your goal is each week as an accountability tool. So while our soup continues to cook, I want to show you what your fruits are this week. We have a beautiful blood orange, and I can't wait to show you what the inside looks like. So it has this gorgeous red color, and that's because of anthocyanins, which is a type of antioxidant that produces this pigment and helps to prevent cancers. So this has a sweet, juicy, vitamin C loaded, flavorful taste to it, It's in season now. It smells so good, and I know you're gonna enjoy it with your soup this week. Next, we have a really special treat. This is called a custard apple, also known as cherimoya. This is originally from South America, and it grows in tropical regions with high altitude. So think mountains. Now this is really difficult to find in Milwaukee, so I'm so excited that we could put it in your produce bag for you to give it a try. Now, I'm not gonna cut into this right now because I can tell mine isn't ripe yet and I don't wanna waste it. So you can tell when it's ripe when you press it and it gives slightly. You're also gonna smell a fruity aroma. And when you feel that it's ready to cut into, you can simply take the peel off with your fingers, kind of like an orange. And what you're gonna find inside is this beautiful creamy texture with black seeds that are kind of like a watermelon seed. So the cherimoya, or custard apple, is so tasty, it's often used in a lot of desserts, and it literally tastes like custard. So I can't wait for you to have this. It's also loaded with vitamin B6. Now B6 is really important for mood regulation and preventing depression. So enjoy this fruit, it's exotic, it's a treat, and it's large so you can spread it throughout your family. Let's check our soup one more time. And it's already done. Super quick. Let's get a nice serving bowl here so you can see what this looks like. Now at home, I serve the soup with grilled cheese and blood orange slices. And it is a hit. With that sandwich you can dunk in there, it's kind of like that grilled cheese tomato soup combination. And there it is, nice, steamy, hot, perfect for a cold winter day, loaded with vegetables that are anti-cancerous, that will promote health and immunity in your home. Now I can't wait for you to taste this recipe, dig into it with your family, set goals that will promote health and help you have a better 2021. I can't wait to join you again next week when we talk about better body image. Take care and have a great week.